Hello students, in this video I am going to discuss a very important concept, that is syllogism. Now what is syllogism? The logical process, the logical process of drawing conclusion. The logical process of drawing conclusion from given propositions is called syllogism. Right. Now the propositions used to draw conclusion are called, what do we call them? We call them premises. Alright, so two important terms, one is syllogism and the other is premises. And what are propositions? Propositions are the elementary atomic statements which may either be true or false and may take no other value. Always remember that definition. So the propositions which are used to draw conclusion are called premises. I hope everybody has the clear idea of this. Now after that, students, methods of drawing conclusions. So two methods of drawing conclusions are there. One is truth table method and the second is algebraic method. In this video I am going to discuss the truth table method and you will understand it better with the help of some examples. First we will see what is the way or the method of doing it. First we look at this, the truth table method. Draw a truth table first. First we have to draw the truth table for all the given premises. Alright, for all the given premises and the conclusion to be drawn. That is the first step, students. Second is prepare a conditional having antecedent as the conjunction. Remember, antecedent as the conjunction of all the given premises. We have to prepare the conditional having conjunction of all the given premises and consequent as the conclusion to be drawn. So conclusion to be drawn will appear as a consequent and the premises which are given to draw the conclusion are called, their conjunction is there. So that will be antecedent. Next we go for if this conditional results into tautology. If this conditional means the result of that particular column where we specify the entire thing, that must be having all ones only, no zeros are there, that means it is a tautology, then the given conclusion is established. So this is the three-step process. Now we will see how does it work. Now here you see from premises P and P conditional Q. Two premises are there, P and P conditional Q. Infer Q. So this is the conclusion to be drawn. Q is the conclusion to be drawn. So we write it. Given premises are P1, first premise, second premise. First premise is P, small p is there. Second is P conditional Q. Now what do we need to do? We have to form the conjunction of P1 and P2, or we may say P dot P conditional Q. First step is forming the conjunction of the given premises. Which premises? Which are there to be for the conclusion to be drawn. And conclusion to be drawn is Q. That we are representing through C. So that is why I have written P1 dot P2 conditional C. So our conditional is ready. P dot P conditional Q conditional Q. So this entire thing, this conjunction is basically the antecedent of this conditional and this is the consequent, which is the conclusion to be drawn. Now next step, we see here a truth table with two columns P and Q. Values are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1. Now we have the conditional of P and Q. So P conditional Q is here. So I want to remind you students, conditional gives us false or produces 0 or false when antecedent, which is P right now, is true and the consequent is false. For all the other rows it is having 1. So 1, 1, 0, 1 is the output of P conditional Q. Now we have to perform the conjunction of P and P conditional Q. Remember, conjunction is AND operation. So as a result of this we get here 0, 0, 0 and 1. All right, now we have got two components of our conditional. Now what we do here, this is the antecedent, right, and this is the consequent. So antecedent is true and consequent is false. We do not find that situation here because antecedent is true and consequent is also true, and nowhere else you can see antecedent is true, so we do not need to even check that, right? So for all these three we have to write 1, and this automatically becomes 1. Why? Because antecedent is true and consequent is also true. So you can see for this we have got only ones in this truth value column. So we get to know that this is the tautology. So finally it is established, right? Now students, here you see, hence it is established that from given premises P and P conditional Q, conclusion to be drawn is Q. All right, and this thing can be written as P, then next row P conditional Q, and you will draw a line Q. And a student, this is also known as modus ponens. This we'll discuss in next video. All right, now we go for the second example. Second example here you can see from P conditional Q and Q conditional R, infer P conditional R. So here we have got P1 and P2, and this is C. So P1 P conditional Q, P2 Q conditional R. Conclusion to be drawn, that is C is P conditional R. Now we need to perform the conjunction of these premises. That means P1 dot P2, then conditional, that is C. Okay. Now just see how does it work. P1 dot P2 conditional P conditional R. That means P1 dot P2 conditional C. Now we will replace this P1, P2 and C with the premises and the actual conclusion to be drawn. So here we have for P1 P conditional Q dot Q conditional R. So there, this is the conjunction. So this conjunction is the antecedent and this is the consequent. What? That is the conclusion to be drawn, which is P conditional R. All right. After this, we will see that how do we write this entire thing into a truth table form. So a truth table is in front of you of 3 variables. We have got one column for P conditional Q. Here the outputs are 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Because 0 is given only when the antecedent is true and consequent is false. So in this area we find that. So here the output is 0. Rest of the rows it is 1. Then Q conditional R. You have to find that whenever antecedent is true and consequent is false. So we produce 0. 0 is here. Antecedent is true and consequent is false. So that is why it is 0. So we get this output for Q conditional R, that is 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. And then we form the conjunction of this. Conjunction gives us 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Right. Because when all are 1s, then only conjunction gives us 1. Otherwise it gives us 0. So you can check the condition here. This 1, 0, so it is 0. Then 0, 1, so it is 0. Then 0, 1, it is 0. Here also 1, 0, so it is giving 0. Rest of the rows are having ones, only 1, so it is giving the output 1. Now we go for P conditional R. P conditional R. So we have to check where the antecedent is true. So this antecedent is true, consequent is false. So there the output will be 0. You can see it is 0 here. Then antecedent is true, consequent is true, no problem. Only 1 will be produced. Antecedent is true, consequent is false. So here the output is 0. Now again P conditional R we check 1, 1. So output will be 1. So here now we perform or we write the truth values for the given conditional. All right. here we have got column for P conditional Q dot Q conditional R, and this is the antecedent. So antecedent is 1 and consequent is 0. So this is the consequent, this is 0. So here you find antecedent is 1, it is also 1, this is 1, this is 1. So there also output will be 1 1. Then antecedent is false, no need to check. Antecedent is true, 1. This is again consequent is true, so it will be 1. For this again we check, antecedent is true and consequent is 1, so it is bound to be 1. So we only check when it comes to conditional, we only check only those rows where the antecedent is true. Then we go for the consequent. If it is false, then we produce 0. If it is not false, then definitely it is 1. Alright, so here you can see 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. All the rows are having the truth value 1. So this is tautology. So when it is tautology, so that is having all ones in the truth set. So hence concluded that P conditional Q, Q conditional R, and then P conditional R. So if P conditional Q and Q conditional R, then P conditional R. So this is established. I hope everybody has understood it well. Thanks everyone.